What's up, guys? Welcome to another exciting video in Java about polymorphism. In the last video sessions, we saw what is an interface, what is an abstract class, and in this video, we're going to talk about polymorphism, uh, keeping the context of whatever we saw in the previous videos. So let's not just worry too much about these code because I'm going to elaborate what it is, and specifically I'm going to talk about all of these: main, limo, car, BMW. Let me walk you through all of these and we can go from there. So here we have an abstract class which contains doors and set doors. The abstract method is set doors, and then implementing this car is BMW and limo. Let's look at BMW. So BMW extends this car. When I say implement, I don't exactly mean the keyword implement. When I say implement, I mean the usage is what I'm concerned about. Please don't get twisted when I say implement and then there is an extend keyword here. So next time when I say implement, it just means that, okay, so this BMW class is using this car class. And I'm very sorry about getting you confused there, but however, and by the way, this is the only thing you should take care of. BMW extends car. Whenever you're doing an abstract class, you're required to talk about extending the car, okay? And then you do public void set doors, and then you say doors equals 4 in the method that is implementing from car, okay? And then in the limo, what we are doing is, again, this limo car, this limo, which is standing for a limousine, is basically public void set doors, and it's got 12 doors being set. That's it. There's one method, and this class extends from car, and doors is automatically present because of this extension. So we have limo, BMW, and then let us do main. Let's look at main. Now here is where the actual polymorphism comes into play. Now what I am going to do now is I'm going to say BMW, I'll say car x BMW, and here I will say car med limo. Aha, what just happened? We are not now specifically telling what exactly is the car, right? We are just simply telling that there is a car, and then what happens is when we do set doors, if I just do a control click, it is taking us to the abstract class, but what happens internally is, BMW set doors x BMW being an object of BMW, it is going to go to the BMW class and then set the doors value from here. So that is the idea behind polymorphism. Basically polymorphism is a way that one class, the parent class, is always on the left and the child class is always on the right. Or in other words, the superclass and the subclass are on left and right respectively, and you can just initialize it by calling the parent class, and then in the right hand you can do something like this, which is choosing specifically what is the class. So this, again, if I run and making sure main2 is what I'm selecting, and if I run, ta-da, we got it working. So that is the power of polymorphism. Otherwise we could have done something like this: BMW x BMW equals new BMW, and then we can do something like limo. This is the usual way of operating, right? Now what we can do because of polymorphism is something like this, which I had already shown you just a couple moments from few moments back, right? So that's the idea of polymorphism. And then here we have one more thing that we have to really recognize. You see that when we do new BMW, new limo, that particular object, so let's take this x BMW being a new BMW object is setting doors, which means it's going inside the BMW class and then setting the doors. So that's why we had 4 and 12 here appropriately matching. Now this is basically essentially almost like the strategy pattern. I think we'll be learning in the upcoming videos that I've been telling you from the last 2 videos, but however we're going to do more and learn more about the strategy pattern. But this is at its core, strategy pattern would look somewhat like this, and we would have a look at more about the strategy pattern in the in the next upcoming video. Basically, polymorphism is a way in which one class can have different forms. You know what I mean? Like, so car is a class, right, that is having a BMW form. Car is another class that's having a limo form. So it's basically, if we look at it in Google, and by the way, if you want to get the source, please go to this link that I have provided in the description. This link will be there in the description. Go and download it to find the source code. If we look at polymorphism, we get this is the ability of an object to take many forms. Yeah, that is the exact definition. The most common use of polymorphism occurs when a parent class's reference is used to refer a child class, which is what we saw here, right? So this is the parent class, we are referring the child class, and any Java object that can pass more than one easy test is considered to be polymorphic. So with that being said, let's take a step back and actually look at what's going on. By the way, you can do the same thing with interfaces as well. You can say animal. Oh, you know what? So if you guys can remember and check out my, I'm pretty positive you can't remember, please go and check out my interfaces video. You know what I can do? Instead of cat, instead of dog, instead of lion, I can do things like animal, right? Replace every animal, and then now it would still say 4.2 because I am running this, right? Let's run this main. You see, even though we did animal, it kind of goes, and we said make sound, right? It kind of goes to I'm a cat and I meow, I'm a dog and I'm barking, and I'm a lion and I'm roaring. Let's not just worry about this. Let's rerun it. And then here we have all of this. So why is this working? It's basically because of the strategy pattern. I'm sorry, I shouldn't have told you that. It's because of the polymorphism effect. One class can take on many forms, and the parent class refers to the child class. And by the way, if you have a question, you cannot do something like this. Cat Razy is not a new animal. Please don't do this, because you know what? Let's see. Is abstract. As simple as that, right? You cannot instantiate it. So I hope you understand when I say what is instantiation and all of that kind of thing. You can have animal, and by the way, doing something like this is a very good practice in programming, because left hand side you should always program. There is a paradigm in programming called as program to an interface, which we'll be talking later. So anyway, so that's the idea behind polymorphism. And make sure if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe and share. Thank you.